Sagittarius, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I am coming today to do a reading for the first half of September. So this will be from the 1st through to the 15th of September. I will come back more towards the middle of September to do the second half. And I kind of planned on this by doing just like the first half and splitting it up like that the readings would be a little bit shorter, but the ones that I've done so far have been still about 30 minutes long. So apparently that's just the messages that want to come out. So hopefully everybody is okay with that length. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the energies that we're going through and have gone through. So July and August were very interesting months for everybody, for the collective as a whole. We went through some very intense energies. And people, could have had some very significant changes within their life during that time. So you could have had things that, abruptly happen and just changed the direction you were going. Or this could have been, maybe a little bit more subtle, but still had an impact on, what you were doing, where you were going, kind of like really has shown a light on, what it was that we were doing, if that was really what we were supposed to be doing, who it was that we were spending our time with or interacting with, and if, those were the right things to be doing. And so we've kind of been going through a lot of these ups and downs throughout July and August. And we are going to be having the full moon in Pisces tomorrow. So this full moon in Pisces is going to kind of be like the culmination of all of these things that have taken place throughout July and August. So, it's going to be kind of like the wrapping up or coming together of all of this stuff. So you might, figure some things out about yourself. You may find some things out about certain situations that you're involved in, or, certain people. And that's going to kind of like set you on the path that you've already kind of been developing over the last couple of months. So in the month of September, we are really kind of grounding into this energy that we have been placing ourselves in. So, those changes that we've been making, the things that we've been figuring out about ourselves, is really going to start to like integrate itself during the month of September and kind of ground us into that energy, so that we can begin to, act that way in our everyday life. So, the reading that I'm going to do today is going to be a little bit different than the ones I've done in the past. I am going to pull 3 cards for your energy for the first half of September, and then I'm going to pull 3 cards for the energy of a person that you are dealing with. So this could be a significant other, this could be a coworker, this could be your twin flame counterpart, it could be, a family member, a business partner, anybody that you are interacting with a lot at this time or thinking a lot about at this time. That's who the second 3 cards are going to be for. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Sagittarius for the first half of September. Okay. Spirit, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for the first half of September 2018? Whoa. All right. What important messages does Sagittarius need to know about the energies that they are going to experience, the energies that are going to be around them, or the energies that they are going to be in during the first half of September 2018? What messages do Sagittarians need to know about the first half of September 2018. Okay. Okay, so the first card that I have is Choice. The second card is the Mother. Let me scooch this down a little. Okay. All right, and the third card is the Ace of Fire. All right, and then underneath the deck, we have Emotion and Intellect. So what I'm seeing here for the first part of September is that Sagittarians may have had some kind of a choice that they needed to make. And this could have been something that took place in the month of August. So something could have, occurred during that time that made you feel like you kind of had a choice to make. And what's really standing out to me in this card is on the side where the woman is crying, I see like this like golden apple, and there's a snake on this side of the card as well. And then on the other side of the card, there's like this woman who kind of looks like porcelain or like white, like angelic, and she has like this sword, which to me would be like the sword of truth, the sword of knowledge, the sword like clarity. So I'm feeling like Sagittarians were kind of like at a crossroads. I'm also seeing that there's like three like doorways here. So maybe you had a choice between three different things. And this could be a multitude of different things. So this could be three people. This could be three just different options. Maybe, job opportunities. It could be all kinds of different things. But it's looking like one of these choices you kind of know is not the right choice, and that it is going to maybe cause some pain in some way. And the other choice is going to bring about, some clarity and some renewal. And maybe you were not always so sure of, which was which at one time. But I think that, during the first part of September, you're getting like a clearer knowing of like which way is going to be the more difficult way and which way is going to be easier. So the next card I have is the Mother. So this could be a couple different things. This could be somebody who is a mother, or somebody who is pregnant or wanting to conceive a child, and maybe this might have something to do with a choice that you had to make. This might have something to do with children. It also, could be that like, if you don't have children, that you are just a very like motherly type of person. So you like to like nurture other people and care for people. I'm getting like that you really like take your time with things. You really kind of like listen to what people have to say, like kind of the person that people go to when they need like support or comfort of some kind. And this could be there could be some kind of like a choice that you had to make, or that you will be making in connection to like this, what's the word that I want to use? Like this image that you have for yourself, like this person that people see you to be. I'm also seeing now in both of these cards, I can see the snake, and in this card, I see a spider. And on the spider, there's like this little infinity symbol. So, for some reason, I'm getting that this could be like a karmic cycle of some sort that is kind of like coming to a close. And there's certain things or choices that need to happen in order for this cycle to completely wrap itself up. And I'm getting like that this is going to happen either way. So I mean, even if you are like trying to avoid it in some way, there is going to be some things that take place that's going to kind of like force you to make a choice, because this is some kind of a cycle that needs to close. And if for some reason you are like hesitant about it, you're feeling like like you're wanting to avoid it or not deal with it, I would like maybe recommend or advise you to kind of try to not do that, try to not resist it, because when we resist things like that, they tend to happen anyways, and then sometimes they can happen in ways that we don't really enjoy very much. So I mean, this whole situation could be something that's maybe a little uncomfortable or not like enjoyable, but I think that you will make it a little bit more easier on yourself if you don't resist whatever this change or this choice is. So I'm seeing that after like this situation or cycle kind of like comes to a close, or some things like come to the light, that there is going to be like some kind of like a new start, like a new maybe like a new passion. Maybe there's like some intense feelings or emotions about this that is like connected to whatever this is. But I'm getting that, this is the end of something. This is the end of some kind of cycle, and then a beginning into something new. And this is a fire card. So, you are the sign of Sagittarius. So this is your element. I think that, whatever this is that needs to take place is going to put you on the path to like a new beginning in some way. And it is going to be, for you, for your highest good. It's going to be, you're going to be in like your element in some way. So the card that I had underneath the deck is emotion and intellect. So this card is a little interesting. This card is kind of like, the head and the heart. So again, we kind of have like this choice. So, maybe there's a head or a heart decision that needs to be made. And sometimes when we are operating from our intellect, we don't realize it, but like we're operating like from fear, in some way, like we are scared to make a move or take a step in a certain direction because our logical mind is telling us that something bad might happen. And that, on the other side of that is your emotional self, which might be kind of trying to push you or guide you into, making this choice and moving passionately into a specific direction. So I'm getting that like you're kind of battling these two things. And I think that once you kind of like overcome the fear of whatever, this situation is, that you will be able to kind of smooth or glide into the next phase of this a little bit easier than what maybe you thought it was going to be like. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for a person that you could be dealing with. Spirit, can I have 3 cards for the person that Sagittarius is dealing with or thinking about during the first half of September? What messages do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, the first card I have is the Ten of Fire. The second card is Death and Rebirth. Okay, and then the third card is Healing. And then under the deck we have Queen of Water. So I think that, who had this? I think it was Virgo, had the Death and Rebirth and also the Queen of Water. It was either Virgo or Libra. I want to say, I think it was Virgo. So, okay, this person that you could be dealing with or thinking about, you know, I feel like they are definitely going through some kind of a transformation. They are maybe going through some kind of like a spiritual awakening. They are going through, you know, some sort of like ego death or death of the ego in some way. And they are kind of like, you know, going through like a healing phase within their life. And I really, you know, there's two more snakes here. There's a snake here and a snake here. And then I had the two snakes up here. And then I also have two frogs here. So, I don't know, those things could be significant to you in some way. Also, a lot of times snakes to me reminds me of the Kundalini. So this person that you are dealing with or thinking about could be really going through like a very transformative time in their life where the Kundalini is, you know, maybe rising, maybe they're experiencing like a Kundalini awakening. And, you know, sometimes when that happens, you know, it will like clear the blockages that we have throughout like our chakra system, and we deal with like purging. So, you know, we deal with like this death of the ego, and we, you know, that stuff comes up to the surface so that we can do this emotional healing. Also, I do notice that the egg here like has a baby inside of it, and up here we have the mother. So there could definitely be a situation with this person that deals with a child, that deals with wanting to have a child, or you know, maybe a child was lost, or there was a choice that had to be made that dealt with a pregnancy or like, you know, children in some way. And so I feel like, you know, both people, if this does, this might not resonate with everybody, but, you know, if you are experiencing something like that with this person, I think that whatever this whatever this was that dealt with children or pregnancy, is really kind of taking a toll and kind of having an effect on both people that are involved here. Now, if you are not in a relationship, you know, where you know, you're together like that, or you you know, if this isn't like a romantic type of a relationship, this could just be, you know, that this person here is going through some transformative time in their life, and they, you know, are you know, healing themselves and maybe helping other people heal as well. You know, they could be also like playing a part in you know, your healing process. And then underneath the deck, I had the Queen of Water. So, you know, it's possible that you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces person. It doesn't have to be, but the Queen of Water is somebody who is intuitive. They are really in touch with you know, their emotions. They have kind of like psychic like abilities. They have, you know, abilities to heal. And so, I'm getting that maybe that's kind of what this person is going through. They're going through like this spiritual awakening, this death of the old self and rebirth of the new. They're healing the things that need to be healed within themselves, and then they are becoming like this queen of water, this person who is very spiritual and is able to connect in a different type of a way. So I'm going to pull a few Blessed Bee cards. What other messages do Sagittarians need to know about the first half of September? What messages do Sagittarians need to know? Okay, so I have a blessing of forgiveness and a blessing to bring prosperity. So, there could be a situation here that has taken place. It could, have something to do with a choice that was made or a choice that needs to be made. And being able to forgive somebody for maybe something that has taken place. Maybe you even need to, find forgiveness within yourself. So, really focusing and maybe, this is, this fear that you're experiencing. Maybe there's some kind of fear attached to being able to forgive this person. There might be something that took place, maybe before they went through this transformation, and they did something that was, painful in some way. And, now they are going through this transformation and they're changing, they're healing, they're like almost like reborn, and they're kind of turning into, this like emotional, intuitive, like caring person. And so they're not, the same person that they were maybe when a certain circumstance took place that caused pain. And so, there is like forgiveness that needs to happen within this situation. And if it doesn't have something to do with, you and this relationship with this person, this could just be, forgiveness for yourself, for maybe some choices that you've had to make. Also, I have here a blessing to bring prosperity. So there could have been some financial lack in the last couple months. There could be a situation that is happening that, maybe you are like, that's what part of your fear is based around, is, stability or not being able to have enough financially. And so, this is, telling you to, have more of an optimistic or positive outlook on the circumstance, kind of get out of this like fear or lack mentality, and that is going to help bring in prosperity for you. And it could even be like with this relationship as a whole. So, maybe this is like a rough patch that you and this person kind of need to get through. And after, all these things are cleared up and healed, prosperity will be brought into the relationship. So I'm going to pull a couple of the Lightworker Oracle cards. What other messages do we have for Sagittarius for the first half of September? What messages do Sagittarians need to know? Okay, this card wanted to come. Okay, Eternal Now, and then Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. I know another sign just recently got Eternal Now too. Could have been the Libra one, I'm not sure. But if you cross watch or watch like your rising or moon signs and stuff, you'll probably see it. Like there may be a connection to a Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio, because I kind of see some similarities with all three of those signs here. So the Eternal Now card, can be somebody that, is on the other side, that has passed away, that is kind of helping to guide you during this time right now. And you might be like seeing like signs that remind you of them. Like you could be having dreams about them or just seeing things that remind you of them. But I'm also going to read what the little thing here in the book says about Eternal Now. Okay, Eternal Now says, within you is great strength and courage. However, just because you can manage to keep going when you are drained or stressed does not mean that you have to do so. You are encouraged by your higher guidance to request assistance in letting go of tension within your mind and body. You will gain energy through this release and perhaps even see things in a new or more optimistic light. Shifting into a more present, relaxed, and enjoyable state of being will help you overcome the past and successfully create your future. So, I kind of feel like it goes with some of the other things that I was saying. There could be something that is like weighing heavy on you right now. And it's, you can just like keep pushing forward and, kind of like resisting whatever like this change is that needs to take place, or this choice. But, really, it's best to kind of not do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to keep pushing forward and, draining yourself and stressing yourself out and like carrying this heavy burden of some kind. Like, try to release those things and, really like relax your mind and relax yourself. And it's going to help bring in some newness and some freshness into this relationship or into your life as a whole. So the second card we have here is Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. I'm also going to read that from the book. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ says, you are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. So, it kind of reminds me of, this, Ace of Fire that we had here. I think that whatever, these past issues that are like coming about, or, just something that you kind of have to face now, is going to take place, regardless if you're pushing against it or not. But once it does take place, it's going to elevate your vibration in some way. And it's going to bring you to a really good place. So, if you are in fear of something, or in fear of a change, or in fear of some kind of a choice, just know that on the other side of that fear is something that is going to be really good for you. So Sagittarius, I hope that these messages helped you. I am doing a special on personal readings right now for $33. Usually my readings run about 30 to 40 minutes. And so you can email me at inspiredalignment33@gmail.com. I don't know how fast that is going to book up. I know I've done a few readings recently that have been like really amazing, really powerful messages coming through right now. But I'd like to get to like as many people as I can. So if you're interested in a personal reading, go ahead and email me. Also, I have started to post up some new videos of different kinds of topics. I started an Ascension series, and I'll be posting some different types of things up throughout the month of September. So I hope that you have a great month, Sagittarius, and I will see you soon. Take care.